All right, for example 1, you should already have your table from Canvas copied onto your notes page, and we are working on changing our percents into fractions and to decimals. Now we've talked that percent means per 100. So when we go to take our percent and change it to a fraction, we're just going to take our number that is our percent and we're going to put it over 100. So 37.5 over 100. So from here, if you wanted to, you could make your 37.5 into an improper fraction, and then you could simplify that down, and that would get rid of that decimal in the top part if you wanted to. Now to write this as a decimal, we actually work out the 37.5 over 100, and it becomes a decimal. So we're taking this number and dividing it by 100. Now, hopefully in previous years you learned or figured out that when we divide by 100, we take the decimal point and we move it to the left 2 places. So our decimal would be 0.375. All right, let's look at our 100%. So again, we're taking our 100, which is our number in our percent, and we're putting it over 100, which we could simplify down just to 1, which would also be our decimal, 1.0. All right, let's look at our 110%. So we're going to take our number in our percent, so 110, and we're going to put it over 100. If you simplify this, it would be, we would divide by 10, and it would be 11 over 10. To do our decimal, we divide by 100, so our decimal point would be at the end, and we move it over 2 places to the left, we would get 1.1. So if you need to see that, 1, 2, 1.1. All right, for our 1%, we're going to take our 1 and put it over 100. And for our decimal, we're going to take our 1 and divide it by 100. So we have this open spot, which we fill in with a 1, so it would be 0.01. And our last one, again, these are the ones that trip up students because we want to think this is 50%, but it's not. It's only 0.5%. So we're going to take 1/2 and put it over 100. So from here, if you wanted to, you could do 1/2 divided by 100 over 1, so keep, change, flip. For our decimal, we need to think of this as 0.5%. So we would take our decimal point and move it 2 places to the left, so we have 2 zeros to fill in. So 0.005. For your reflection questions, it says, what is the pattern or process that you recall or notice when converting percents to fractions? So to get from a percent to a fraction, we took the number that the percent was and we put it over 100. So the number that the percent was over 100. The second question, if I gave you a number as a fraction, how could you tell me what the percent, or tell me what percent the fraction is? So I give you the fraction, can you tell me what the percent is? So if we're looking at any of these fractions, our percent was just the numerator. Percent was just the numerator. Third question, what mathematical process is occurring for the percent to convert to a decimal? So percent to decimal. In order for us to move that decimal point over 2 places, we are actually dividing by 100. Dividing by 100. If I gave you a number as a decimal, how could you tell me what the percent is? For this one, we would multiply 100. If we divide over going this direction, to go from this direction to this direction, we do the opposite, which is to multiply. So we would take this and multiply it or move our decimal point over 2 places to the right.